The Princess and the Forest of Whispers. Once upon a time, in the peaceful kingdom of Leora, there lived a kind and curious princess named Elara. She had golden hair like sunshine and a laugh that could make even the grumpiest guard smile. But what truly made Elara special wasn't her crown, it was her heart. Elara didn't like staying in the palace all day, wearing fancy gowns or learning about royal etiquette. She loved sneaking into the royal library, reading about ancient creatures, faraway lands, and hidden magic. But her favorite story was about the Forest of Whispers, a mysterious place at the edge of the kingdom where the trees were set to talk and secrets were hidden beneath the leaves. No one goes into the forest. Her father, King Alderaan, always warned, it's too dangerous, and no one who enters ever returns. But Elara couldn't stop wondering what was really in that forest. Were the trees truly alive? Were the lost travelers really gone forever? Or just hidden? One moonlit night, with only a satchel of bread, a small bottle of water, and her faithful cat Nimbus, Elara slipped out of the castle. The sky was full of stars, and a gentle breeze tugged at her cloak as she approached the edge of the forest. As soon as she stepped into the trees, the air changed. It was quieter, softer. Leaves rustled, though there was no wind, and Elara could swear she heard voices' whispers, too faint to understand. Elara, one of them said. She froze. Who's there? The trees didn't answer, but a glowing light appeared ahead, floating just above the ground. Nimbus hissed, but Elara whispered, It's okay. I think it wants to show us something. The light drifted deeper into the woods, and Elara followed. She walked for what felt like hours, across mossy paths, under vines shaped like ladders, past trees with trunks wide enough to hide houses. Then, suddenly, she came upon a hidden village, a place no map had ever shown. Tiny houses made of bark and mushrooms stood under lantern-lit trees. Creatures she had only read about wandered peacefully. Fairies with shimmering wings, talking rabbits in vests, and a giant owl that wore spectacles. A fairy named Thistle flew up and said, You're the first human to enter the Forest of Whispers and listen. Listen to what? Elara asked.
To the forest itself, Thistle replied. It's alive.
It remembers everything. But lately, something dark has begun to grow in the western glade. The trees are frightened. They called to you? Why me? Elara whispered. Because you believe. Elara stayed in the village, learning the forest's language. The whispers became clearer. She discovered that deep in the glade, an ancient curse had begun to wake a shadow trapped in a tree long ago by a forgotten queen. With Thistle, Nimbus, and a band of brave forest creatures, Elara journeyed to the glade. There, she faced the shadow not with swords or spells, but with something more powerful. Truth and kindness. The shadow had once been a guardian who was betrayed and locked away. Elara promised to tell the kingdom the truth, to bring peace back to the forest. The shadow wept and turned into a tree of silver leaves, a symbol of forgiveness. When Elara returned to Leora, she brought stories no one believed at first, but she showed them the silver leaf the shadow tree had given her, and soon, peace between the forest and kingdom blossomed. Years later, Princess Elara became Queen Elaratha. Queen who listened, the queen who believed, and the queen who proved that even whispers from the woods can lead to the loudest change. And sometimes, if you walk near the Forest of Whispers on a moonlit night, you'll hear your name. And maybe, just maybe, you'll see a golden-haired queen walking beside a glowing light and a very clever cat. The end.